Sustainable Development Goals, particularly addressing Goal 8, that is decent work and economic growth, Goal 9, industry innovation and infrastructure, Goal 11, sustainable cities and communities, and of course, Goal 17, partnerships for the goals. Lahore Garrison University, being member United Nations Economic Impact University, takes responsibility to contribute towards achieving 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. I take this opportunity to share that, followed by the sustainability-centered themes in the last 3 conferences, this year again the conference theme holistically focuses on sustainable integrations to achieve excellence while capitalizing on the potential of digital age. I believe no other event than a conference could help us bring the stakeholders over to the table to discuss the current challenges and develop the way forward. Particularly in the context of developing countries, research and development holds pivotal importance when it comes to strengthening the sustainable ecosystem. We must admit that sustainable technology strategy would steer the global economies to deliver 360-degree value by engaging the ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, to assure maximum benefit from the presence of knowledgeable colleagues from the fraternity, parallel sessions have been planned for the paper presentations to shed light on the impact of technology and sustainable development in different domains. The sessions will be chaired by one local and one foreign expert having diverse research background. I believe that these 2 days of the conference would be a wonderful experience for all the stakeholders present here with us today. In the end, I would like to extend my profound gratitude to the chief guest and keynote speakers, the panelists and respectable guests from industry and academia for taking out time and gracing the occasion with their presence. It is only possible with a combined effort of people like you and the academia that we can move ahead towards better, sustainable, and prosperous Pakistan. Pakistan Zindabad. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to admit that Lahore Garrison University is taking giant steps towards its journey to become a leading university in Pakistan. Under the supervision of our Vice Chancellor, Major General Muhammad Khalil Dar, Hilal Imtiaz, military retired. I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor for his address.
Honorable Chief Guests, Dr. Shahid, respected national and international keynote speakers, Dr. Lewis, Dr. Abdullah, participants, deans, I welcome you formally as a VC. As I stand before you, and I feel
recording stopped.
I feel that there is an increasingly developing sense storm rising on the horizon in the shape of AI and maybe uncontrollable digitization.
Recording in progress.
What I see, I would rather join that group, sees that storm as an opportunity, as it has been happening ever since the advance of technology following the Renaissance period. That reminds me of an occasion, just for the interest sake. In 1860s, there was a protest in Paris, and all the tailors came out on the streets and they said that the sewing machines which are being introduced in Paris are going to ruin our families. So So that is what it has been happening many a times. Many examples can be given. So let's prepare for the future. Let's think about it. Yesterday I had the opportunity to interact with Dr. Lewis for hardly 20-30 minutes at the lunch. And I noticed that he used the word future for 13 times. And that shows the importance that how a learning man should be looking at the future, looking at humanity, looking at the education system. He was so enthused and he was so in kind of an urgency that we must prepare what's coming up. So let's join him and let's learn from today's keynote speakers and keep your focus on the horizon. Be prepared, adapt, and prepare. If you take out the word future from entrepreneur and entrepreneurship, I think that becomes a meaningless thing. So I end here. Keep your eyes on the horizon and be prepared for the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor that we introduce our first keynote speaker, Professor Dr. Prem Kumar. Professor Prem Kumar is an accomplished university president with 13 years of experience in education industry and international recognition as a supply chain expert. His diverse background includes a successful time as the regional supply chain planning manager at Intel Technology before transitioning to academia. With honors from RMIT, Melbourne University, an MBA from University Utara, Malaysia, and a PhD in supply chain from University Saint Malaysia, Professor Prem Kumar is a well-rounded academic leader. As president at MUST, he has driven substantial business growth, fostered industry relationships, and actively engaged in research on emerging trends, particularly in Industry 4.0. Professor Prem Kumar's dedication to education, industry collaboration, and innovative leadership makes him a valuable asset to academia and business alike. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Prem Kumar. Today he will be sharing insights on the topic, the race for the future.
Well, the topic today I chose is about digitalization and supply chain management. Are you all able to see my screen? Hope you can see the screen, yeah? Okay, so first of all, before I could take you through, let me take you, before I could step into the digitalization, allow me to take you through a little bit of overview of what's happening in the business world today. Yeah? If you look at the trend for 2024 in terms of the financial service sector, the stock market will heighten their standards. And America will delete some of the companies, and many of them from Chinese background. And Hong Kong and Shanghai will benefit from this. Well, there is a big threat to China in terms of property. This is another area, and to avoid being delisted in the Hong Kong, you find that some of the property giants will have a different strategy to move. More financial firms will turn to online and mobile channels, this will become more prominent in the market. Cross-border payments will see the next shake-up, spurred by the rise of digital currency and by Russia's exclusion from the SWIFT. So these things will be happening in the financial sector. Now let's look at the information technology sector. Recession risk and interest rate hikes will not deter its spending in 2024. Companies will increasingly tap into technology to predict the demand, track supply and secure data. This is going to happen. And a consulting group, Gartner, expects that technology spending to rise by more than 6% from the year before, that is 2023. Propelled by firms' need for software and IT services, which during my search I find that even in Pakistan you already have some initiative going on in this direction. Yep. Device sales were disappointed with high prices. Yep. Food and farming, food storage moved in 2023 as a result of the war in Ukraine and climate change. The UN expects about 90 million people, more people to be undernourished and 830 million going under worldwide. Hours will be thinner in many places because of the climate change. I think rightfully Dr. Ridwana pointed out the Sustainable Development Goal and how countries should put on their strategies to address the big issue of climate change. Planting will be hurt globally by a lack of fertilizers from Russia and high prices. Yep. Production of wheat and maize will fall through, though rice output will climb. Even recently in Malaysia, there were some new strategies in place. Yep. In terms of rice, we are producing rice, but then we're also depending on Thailand.
Recording
rice.
stopped. Recording in progress.
Grains export from Ukraine will be low as Russia plays games with its pockets. Egypt especially will suffer. Consumers will change their taste to protect their pockets, switching from wheat to millet, or from sunflower oil to other vegetable-based oil. Food suppliers at risk. Some countries to turn to new food export bans, sending price or aid. Healthcare, this is another industry, very similar to education, which will never go down. We will keep on exploring how education, food and health history industry are very important. COVID-19 will impact millions more again in the year 2024. I'm not sure. But in Malaysia, every day they are reported COVID-19 cases being reported. Provided no dangers of new variant flourish, people are talking, but I don't see the urgency that's education like what we had earlier, lockdown and all. That should fall, but less than double the number from the flu. China may loosen its zero COVID stand, risking a surge in case. Yes, this may happen, but then last month I was actually in China, traveling from Guangzhou to Shanghai to Weibang, and I did not see, but I don't know, from Malaysia sometimes we hear the news that China there's a spike in COVID again, but when I was there it wasn't like that. The big train station was like relaxed, very relaxed. Not many people are with masks, and even the airport area and even eateries, I don't see that. But I'm not too sure, but we hear all these news that in China there's another outbreak. But actually, it's very peaceful and everything. American British researchers will test all variants of vaccines. American companies will keep on inventing, coming up with new vaccines and so on to keep the industry going. With pandemic death warning and the unbelievable life rate, expectancy at birth will start recovering in 2024. Yep, after decreasing by 1.3 in year 2021. Now let's look at some of the, just now we looked at the world, now let's look at some key statistics from Pakistan itself. Pakistan's economy attained 0.29% in financial year 2023, as compared to the GDP growth of 6.1 recorded the year before, financial year 2022. Yeah. So the growth is 0.29%. The significant decline was attributed to various internal and external challenges which I will see. Average CPI, Consumer Product Index, for the first 10 months in 2023 was 28.2% as compared to 11% during the same period last year, 2023. Now, your demography, you look at the demography, you have a population of 229 million, fifth most populous country, with 71.76 million in workforce and the 10th largest workforce in